shot of Monk's Diner. What's the date on this? 1990? I don't think anybody remembers that. They weren't sure what they were going to call it. So that's what the name of the show was. It's a life, yeah. That's the letter that they said, it's a life, thanks. And I gave the okay to actually film the outside.
You just lit a light bulb for me. This is Tom's Diner.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And
I didn't know
raining.
that. Come on, man. I didn't know that. I didn't know this
All together now.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
It's not necessarily Seinfeld or Suzanne Vega. We're here thanks to Colombia, thanks to the neighborhood people who patronize us day in, day out.
And I live right down the block. And I've been coming here for like 25 years. For instance, I did Twin Peaks, the movie with David Lynch. I'm the original guitar player on The Letterman Show, a number of movies that you would know. The movie Grease, Animal House, there's a Disney movie at Tom and Huck. One of the first movies I ever did was Deep Throat, believe it or not.
Everything along this strip has changed, and this seems to me to be the place that's endured. It's one of those things that are, as time changes, there's something stable in the world. And that's sort of comforting.
I've been coming to Tom's Restaurant for 46 years, since 1967.
This is a Colombia property.
Did you speak to Professor Sadowski? Truly amazing person, very brilliant. His mind is like a computer on its own.
The pride of the lion.
Yeah, it's interesting. Only 4 people who taught more than 50 years. He tried to teach chimpanzees to speak, and he made the great discovery that chimpanzees can't use language.
Colombia owns quite a bit of stuff around here. And they determine in certain way by their policy who stays and who goes. If there was a sign in there tomorrow that says that Tom's is closing in a week or so, there will be riots.
What's wonderful about Tom's, you get every kind of person in the world in there, every color, every culture, every sexual orientation, every generation, old and young. It's a beautiful place to be. You can just see the flow of bodies, the flow of humanity come through Tom's.
The most 2 distinctive people I've eaten with at Tom's are Edmund Phelps. I think before Ed had won the Nobel Prize in Economics, so I told Mike that he had a Nobel Prize economist eating at his place. The other person he knows ate there often was Hansen, because the building he's in is rented to NASA. Mr. Hansen has the computer model for global warming. It's the basis for Senator Gore, Vice President Gore's beliefs in global warming.
Remember I told you it's the place like Cheers? You want to go where everybody knows your name?
And there's that line from Cheers, coming to a place where everybody knows your name. So when I walk through the door approaching the counter, Professor, and a cup of coffee is there. And it sort of makes you feel comfortable.
The staff here in the restaurant at Tom's had given me the Greek name of Karditsa. So if you came into Tom's and asked me by my actual name, they wouldn't know who you're talking about. Or if you said, I'm looking for a Karditsa, they would know who you're talking about. That's me. Last year I made a lot of films, low-budget independent movies, and America's Got Talent, I was rapping. You gotta see it on YouTube. If you have a computer, you can see it on YouTube.
You better wake up, Mama said, and straighten out what's in your head. Time that you brought in some bread. I'll find you, girl, who you will wed. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
It's a great point. I mean, the fact that the show, Seinfeld, was so based on the coffee shop. And the fact that what he's doing now is based on going to coffee shops. Like, that's clearly a place he feels conversations happen.
I think that's true. I think, like, there's something clearly valuable to Jerry Seinfeld about sitting and talking about things. There's a story to every person.
Yes. Like you were drinking, what you were doing?
I was smoking.
You were smoking?
Yeah, crack. It's a psychological drug. It was like a dog chasing his tail. So, all right.
Well, not to Chattanooga. I've been to Murfreesboro. All right, boss. Take care. Ready when you are.
And I was just like, I'm just going to do this because this, even if I only do it for a year, it's exactly what I said. You're all in.
What are you guys filming for?
We're actually doing a documentary about Tom's restaurant. Like the exterior is known internationally, so we want to show really the heart and soul of it.
Got it.
The owners and the clientele.
Got it.